Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Isnf Next Gen Cup Series. Tonight, we got a good one for you. Finally, on to a non-super speedway track. We're here live at Rockingham Motor Speedway for the Rock 200. Give me 1 second. This goes going off. So we got 200 laps here tonight. No fast pairs. Fuel's at 60%. Only 3 extra sets of tires. Gosh, I feel sorry for these guys. Wow. Only 3 extra sets. It's kind of crazy. 3 different cup races here. 2 different winners. A defending winner is Joey Burgee. Top 5 favorite to win: Tony Frey, Justin Barkley, Charles Roberson, Austin Reedy, Davey Hendricks, and AJ Green, who is coming back. Notable subs: Matty Thorns in for Bob in the 9. Austin Reedy, 7 for Courtney Nelson in the 7. Mike Simone in for Brian Chu in the 42. No Money Braden Hughes in for Weimer in the number 2. David Hendricks is in the 20 for Tristan Bailey. Clarence Prince in the 19 for Shane Griffin. And Kyle Benson in the 16 for Chris Otto. Maria also went out there and had every motor oil company NASCAR has on cars tonight: Motorcraft, Pennzoil, Quakerstick, STP, Sitgard, Mobile One, and Valvoline. I told her she should rename it to the Motor Oil 200, but... And also, real quick, looking at the weather. Mid-60s, mostly cloudy. Is it really 60 degrees here? Also, there is no hometown heroes, but technically I am one. This track is only an hour. It's only an hour away from me. Oh yeah, it is 55. Oh, interesting. Actually, we'll go ahead and pull up Miss Boss Lady. We got Miss Boss Lady in here. What's going on, Rhea?
What's up? Are you going to be able to pronounce Michael Everhart properly tonight?
Michael Evert?
Everhart?
Everhart. A little pixelated.
So how are you?
Good. Just give me a second. For some reason, having quality issues tonight, which is weird because I haven't ever had quality issues. Let me turn this down to like that. Anyways, I'm doing good. I noticed there was no hometown heroes, and I was saying if I was racing tonight, I would be one.
There is. I put it down.
Who?
I put it down. It's in there. Read your note. It's in there.
Skip over it?
You skipped over it.
Oh, yeah. Where's AJ at?
Clemens.
Oh, dang, yeah, that is pretty close.
He's just right up Interstate 73.
Mm-hmm. So I brought you in here. Talk about the Xfinity truck race going here. What do you think they're going to be like when they go here in a couple months?
Well, with the new pavement, it's going to be anyone's guess. I was told that was pretty quick around there right now. I think it's going to be as far as pavement goes and the speed there and stuff. I think it's just going to be hard to compare it to anything really. Because, I mean, Iowa got obviously the partial repave last year. I would say it's going to be a little bit of a guess like Iowa, just because, going into Iowa, we hadn't been in there in a while. And I think it's going to be much faster than it traditionally was, especially without those bumps now. And I think there's going to be multi-lane grooves. Definitely no 3 wide unless you're coming to the stripe for, a stage dub or something. But I look for some pretty good action. I think it's going to be pretty solid. And I like how NASCAR put it on the schedule, the spotlight Xfinity and trucks and Rockingham on Easter weekend, where, Cup isn't kind of taking away anything from them,
Oh, I'm definitely going. I'm getting the weekend pass. I'm going to all 3 races. Don't forget Arca's here, too.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
for those of you guys watching that live close to Rockingham, tickets are actually fairly cheap. And if you have kids, kids get basically one kid free per paying adult. So since both me and my wife are going, both our kids get them for free. So we got 4 tickets for 3 races, I think for $160.
Wow, that's a good deal. I
Yeah.
recommend.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
only an
recommend
hour
going.
away, so I could easily just go home and come back and go to the track. But we're gonna look at possible camping areas around there. We're gonna make a whole like weekend out of it with the kids. So really looking
There you
forward to
go.
that. So hopefully we're
Gotta
not
support.
racing on Easter weekend, because if so that won't be broadcasted.
Gonna support the 88 sponsor and go to KOA to a KOA campground.
I would. I don't think there's one close by. So interesting
Oh,
fact about
okay.
Rockingham, it's actually like
Hmm.
statistically one of the 5 most boring cities in North Carolina because literally outside this track and the drag strip, there's nothing to do here at all. Rockingham is
Yeah.
a very boring town, and that's why NASCAR stopped going here. Is because there really wasn't stuff for the fans to do outside of the racing. Same with
Hmm.
Wilkesboro. That's why they stopped going to Wilkesboro. Fans were going out to Wilkesboro back in the '90s because outside the racetrack, what is there to do in North Wilkesboro? Nothing.
Yeah, I agree. And North Wilkesboro would be another really good example to basically explain what the new pave. I hope we don't get a stink up show by one driver just dominating, but I don't think we are. Rockingham's not that short of a track. It's a 1 mile, um, but I think we're going to have some lead changes and stuff in this race and also in the real life races coming up this year. I'm a big fan of bringing back the nostalgic tracks. I've been advocating for Rockingham for years. Now I'm advocating for Pikes Peak International Raceway out there in Pueblo. I would love to see that back in at least some sort of truck or Xfinity circuit as well. Milwaukee was a good ad. I don't know if Milwaukee's is Milwaukee back on the schedule for trucks this year or
Give
uh,
me a second. Hold that thought. Also, if I'm not mistaken, didn't this track used to be called North Carolina Speedway?
it did. North Carolina Motor Speedway. Yes it did. Yep. And yeah, I remember I think some of the sponsors were like the Carolina Dodge Dealers 200 and the Carolina something 150 and things like that back in the day. So um but talking about
Oh,
this
trucks
race,
that go
we
to Lime Rock?
oh very nice. Yeah.
No, I am not seeing Milwaukee Mile. No,
Ooh,
no,
I
no.
like the NASCAR Hall of Fame logo on the front stretch at this track. I didn't notice that till right now.
But I'll let you
And
get out of here. Good luck
that's
here.
pretty fitting though, since we had the inductees yesterday. So
I'm glad Edwards got in. Well deserved.
yeah. All right, my friend. Don't forget to show the standings and all the hard work I've put into it. Yeah, and also known, yeah, as the Motor Oil 200 here. So we got all these. I kind of did that as a theme to see if it would look good. And I love the new 22 paint scheme. I'm just saying, I am in love with that.
I
And
cannot
I,
stand Logano, but that new red, yellow, and white scheme does look
oh,
really cool.
dude,
Really
yeah.
cool. I
All
like
right, I
I
gotta.
like they got away from the classic piss yellow with some other stuff because that looks pretty cool. All right,
All
good
right,
luck
man.
here
I
tonight.
gotta go. Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Alrighty. So, oh, there's someone behind me. Let's go ahead and go over our starting lineup real quick. So Austin Reedy coming back and getting that pole position. Kyle Benson outside row 1. Tony Frey, Charles Robeson, row 2. AJ Green making his ISNF return. He start P6 in row 3 with Angel Hernandez to his inside. Josh Grosso, Zach Bucher, row 4. Row 5, Sean McDonald, Steven Sear. Lenny Schnevel, she changed his name. Matty Forns, row 6. Row 7, you got Mr. Justin Barkley, Derek Cook making his ISNF return. John Hopley, Curtis Kelly, row 8. Row 9, Christian Delgado, Justin Lee Pearson. Row 10, Mike Iskandar, Mike Simone. Damian Mulvey, Larry Spearman, row 11. Josh Henderson, Thomas Piers, row 12. Row 13, Michael Swervy Gervy and Rhea Ferris. Danny Solo, Clarence Print, row 14. Row 15, Joey Mays, Shane Posey. Michael Everhart, said it right that time, and Brandon No Money Hughes, row 16. Aiden Garner, Chris Van Master, row 17, and around the field in that 16th row, Chris Otto. And while these guys are gridding up and they're going through the whatchamacallit, the race info, we'll go ahead and pull up our point standings after just a couple races. So after 5 races? 4. So after 4 races, Charles Roberson leading the way in points by a good amount with those 2 wins on the year. See Justin Barkley there, up there, Curtis Kelly, Tristan Bailey, Adrian Hernandez, your top 5 in points. Like cut line for the playoffs right there at 16th with Shane Griffin and John Hopley. Still very early on in the season, a lot can change, but early on, not too many big names. Oh, I have to scroll, oops, wrong one. I have to scroll down a little bit further. Tony Franklin's probably the fastest guy to see outside top 16, but he's missed a couple races. Jerry McCauley's part-time. Yeah, so not too many big names outside the playoffs right now, as we're just 4 races in. Let me get the right standings pulled up. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going this race later this series, the weekend. Oh, the new paint scheme is out there. So this is the new paint scheme we were kind of talking about. Tony's running it. Let me get zoomed in so you can look on this. I like it. I like they did away with that pure piss yellow and they changed it up. I am not a Logano fan at all, but that scheme looks really, really cool. Kind of like a little bit of a throwback look, too. That AJ crash. I think he's just rolling. Alright, so Austin Reedy going to leave the green here tonight. Not too sure where... Oh, okay, never mind. 16 is just laying back a little bit. Oh, I'm wondering, is it hold on a second. I don't know if it's admin only. Auto cautions are on. Okay. I know it's at a mile long, so I didn't know if they had auto cautions on or not. Also, real quick, Fred, I mentioned stage breaks are laps 60 and 120. As far as fuel goes, I don't think they can make it on a tank. And the really interesting thing is those 3 extra sets of tires. This track is known to kind of shred tires up. Pace going down pit lane. Austin Reedy.
Green flag. Green flag.
Green here with Kyle Benson on his outside. Austin Reed's a really good restart. Able to get to the outside line in a hurry. The outside line of 1 and 2 is where you want to be at. You want to get the diamond right there, like you saw Austin Reedy do. Right up behind him, kind of keep it going straight. Car all the way down low, but he's able to keep it rolling. Makes turn 1 pretty cleanly here. I was talking to Matt Forns before the race started. He said turn 2 is probably going to be the biggest problem here tonight. A little further back, there's one of our points leaders up there in the top 5. Adrian Hernandez currently running in that 7th position. See Charles Roberson 11 looking low. He's sitting on a couple wins this season already. Started off back-to-back wins for him. And a couple of podium finishes as well to go with that. I think Joey Maines missed the starts. He's just in front of the leaders. Can't quite tell who that pink car is back here. I'm trying to figure it out. It's 78. It is a 78. Sean McDonald. Ooh, the 54 is Swervy Gervy into the wall for turn 2. Gervy hitting that wall pretty good. Not seeing a lot of damage. Could have some toe damage on that car. And we're keeping it green. You got Gervy and Cook side by side. Back up the lead we go. Austin Reed still leading the way. Kyle Benson P2. AJ Green's moved up a couple spots already. He's currently sitting third. Kind of a shocking stat to see right there. 0 wins for AJ Green, but he had 15 top 5s in just 24 starts. So a win is definitely due for AJ Green in that 6 machine. Yeah, Tony Fredo's outside. Josh Gross is behind him. He's going to tuck in behind Tony Frey, who moves his way into P number 2. Or P number 3, I mean. But further back. Let's go back to that battle, actually, with Matt Forns. You got Forns, the 43 of Barkley going at it. Oh, Forns loose going into 1. Saves it, though. Losing a couple spots, cuz, but what a save, though, with about a 9 of Matt Forns. I got Steven Sear looking to the inside. I want to go look at this car. I love Red Bull back in NASCAR. I love their schemes. I kind of like what they did to the 88. This one doesn't have it, but I think all the 88 schemes have that little Red Bull strip by the headlights. Unfortunately, I don't think this one's been updated through Trading Paints to have it. I know he had it last week in the Clash. I think he's going to have it for the 500 next week as well. Reedy, though, still leading the way. Kyle Benson taps the wall there a little bit off of turn number 2. Tony Frey going to look to the inside. Going into turn 3. Tony Frey, what a corner that was by the 22. Able to easily slide past the 16. The 16, though, Benson looking for the crossover down the front stretch into turn 1. Benson running that low line. Tony Frey can get the runoff corner exit just behind them. You have the 23 and the 6 going at it for P4. Grosso and AJ Green going at it. Grosso doing a pretty good job on that low line in 1 and 2. Able to hold even with Green, but Green will finally able to get the advantage off of turn 4 and clear the 23 of Josh Grosso. Now Tony Frey has his sights set on the 7 of Austin Reedy. Can't quite get around him. He's right there if Austin Reedy slips up. Yeah, lap 12. Everyone's done a phenomenal job single-finding it out. Top 7, or top 8, I should say, have a good, decent breakaway. You see there's a gap on the track map between the 87 of Zach Bucher and the 43 of Justin Barkley. And we'll wait for the ticket to come across. I believe that gap probably going to be about 2 or 3 seconds. Yep, 2 seconds between Barkley and Bucher. So top 7, all within a second and a half. And you got a 2-second gap back to the 43 of Justin Barkley and the 41 of Curtis Kelly. Going back up to the front, I believe Tony Frey actually got around not Kyle Benson, my bad, Austin Reedy. He did. Tony Frey to the lead here at Rockingham. Let's actually go on board here. Rio's talking about some bumps. You'll see the bump as he rolls through the corner. See right there how bumpy it gets. Tony running a really solid line around 1 and 2. He's not really diving the corner like you see a lot of guys do. He's just kind of holding steady in the middle line. Almost goes up there and touches the wall on 3 and 4. Oh, they're chipping out on the front stretch. Interesting. Oh, taps the wall there a little bit. 1 and 2. If we can stay green a little bit longer, he's about to come in some lap traffic, and it's about to get really interesting for the lead. Here's Austin Reed trying to look to the inside. Can't quite get it done. These cars are so sensitive in that dirty air. It's so hard to get around someone, especially when he sticks setups. But Austin Reed in 1 and 2 is going to get it into Tony Frey. Hits the wall, bounces off Frey, able to save Austin Reed back in the lead. Go back and watch it. I don't think that's really Reedy's fault. I think Tony just hit the wall and bounced off. Yeah, Tony definitely. You see him go up there. Overshoots the corner entry a little bit, taps the wall, comes down across the front nose of Reading. What a save that was by 22 of Tony Frey. 7 of Reedy actually luckily able to get out of that with no damage done to that front nose. Tony Frey's gonna fall back to P8. We got a car lap down already. I think one of Iskandar. Not too sure when he lost his lap, but iRacing's showing he's a lap down. Currently a lucky dog if a caution does come out. Oh, 48 or Julian Davis. I kind of like that ally scheme. Really like that ally scheme. The 3 of Lenny. Oh, he's just blinked it out. Never mind. SDK showed that Lenny went down pit lane, but he was just blinking. Oh, lap 22, top 5, Reedy, Benson, Green, Grosso, Hernandez. Ooh, the 88. Slow on track. Tim Henderson, a lot of damage done to that car. What happened here to the 88? Got the 2 is inside, Griffin Masters the inside. What does happen to him?
The yellow flag is out.
Got a yellow. I'm trying to figure what happened to the 88 here. We'll look at the yellow here in a bit. He crashes on this lap. Oh, he just got loose. Yeah, loose in 1 and 2. Ooh! Wow, what a hit! That might be a night ender for the 88. And then for this yellow, Danny Sullivan in the 8 having issues. Oh, 17 got loose. Oh, this comes up and hits the 88. Oh, the 17 is Shane Posey having issues there. He can get loose off of turn 2, comes up, and Solo just nowhere for him to go. Now, it should be interesting to see what these guys do, because like I said, I don't think they can make it on fuel. If no one pits here, they can make it on fuel. No takers down pit lane this time by the 21 of Maria. It was actually a lucky dog. There are some takers down pit lane. Pit lane's pretty busy right now. Be interesting if these guys did take tires. I mean, you're only issued 3 sets, so taking a set here would be not a very smart move. Whoops. All right, they're going to line up side by side here on lap 27. You can go by Greenberg Race on lap 28. Everyone on older tires. Super interesting to see how this restart goes. What's going on, John Boy Media? Alrighty. Pace car going to dive down pit lane. Austin Reedy, Kyle Benson, right where they started at. They're going to lead us back to green here in lap 28. Second row, Grosso and
green flag.
Green. Green flag back out in the air, back under race and go here at Rockingham. Reed's a good launch. AJ Green, Angel Hernandez, Josh Grosso, Charles Roberson, they're all going to be battling back here for third. Grosso, though, with that outside line, we get a really good launch off the corner exit. Green to have the battle off the 11 of Roberson. Roberson able to clear Green. Here comes Angel Hernandez, not leaving no room for Green to get in. Green going to fall back, possibly another spot. AJ Green doing a solid job holding his own on the inside line. I think this is where it's going to kind of become a little bit of a disadvantage to him. No, able to pull even with Roberson down the backstretch. I think AJ Green Charles Roberson finally able to clear the 6. Here comes the 45, Andrew Hernandez. Back up to the lead, though. Got a battle going as Benson trying to look to the inside. But Reedy still able to maintain that lead here in lap 31, halfway through stage number 1. Excuse me. Austin Reedy really able to get through these corners a lot better. Oh, as I say that, goes up and smacks the wall on one, or turn 1 actually, I should say. But Benson, though, not able to take advantage of it. Looking on further on back, we got some side-by-side racing back here. There was. We got Barkley, Frey, and Forns. 15 of Thomas Pierce looking at the inside of Matt. Forns puts him into the wall. Pierce is going to go around. Kosh is going to fly. I got to hold them brakes, Pierce. I think Pierce is doing his best Kyle Busch impression right now, just going backwards on track. Well, we saw it happen live. Let's go back and rewatch it, though. Looks like Pierce has got tight in 1 and 2. Yeah, Forrest literally had nowhere to go. He was all up in the wall. And then Thomas Pierce just got really tight, drifted up into the map. Forrest already in the wall, spun him around. Kyle Benson coming up pit lane. Nope, never mind. Yes, it is. From old M-Dot, yep. Wait, it's uncanny. Hold on a second. That Reedy and Green look-alike? Oh my god, they kind of do. Holy cow. Is there a way I can hide the logo? No, it's a car logo. Age in town. No, there's not. Wait. No. There we go. Wow. They do look a lot alike. It's kind of crazy you notice that. So we got Daytona 500 kicking off next weekend. I was talking to my buddy on the phone, and I said one of my bold predictions is I am not a fan of him at all, but I do feel Bubba's going to win the race this year, just because I don't think his old crew chief knew how to adjust the car with track conditions changing. So I would not be surprised to see Bubba Wallace win a non-super speedway race this year. I'm hoping it don't happen because I don't like him, but if it does, I'll be right. Anyways, Pacer can pull off Benson Reedy and leave back to green.
Green.
It's like back up in the air, and Austin Reedy taking a full advantage of that restart zone, getting a great launch of Kyle Benson. Russell looking the inside of Benson. So that outside lane has proven to be pretty strong on restarts. Grosso, though, solid 1 and 2, able to clear 16, but here comes 16 crossover down the back stretch. Kyle Benson looking back to the inside on Josh Grosso. Josh Grosso on the high line, Benson on the low line. Grosso got a phenomenal 1 and 2 on that restart. Now he has the preferred line in turns 1 and 2 here on lap number 2 on this restart. But Reedy, though, he has a solid 1 and 2 in return, falling back a little bit. Roberson now to his outside. Josh Grosso able to make some moves work, and now Benson's falling back to P4. Another guy making the moves, Justin Barkley in a 43, up 6 spots from he started at. He was that first car in that second pack on that initial green flag run, and we had that first caution came out, let him catch back up to the pack, and now he's starting to make moves to the front. Barkley, reigning, defending champion from last season. AJ Green, they actually able to get around Kyle Benson. Kyle Benson starting to fall back a little bit. Restarted P2, now he's falling back to 6 as Hernandez able to get around him. Benson has to try to tuck in behind the 45 if he can here. He's going to try to keep on battling. He had a spot open there between the 45 and 41, but he chose to stay to the inside. I think I would have fallen in behind the 45. Now that door is closed, and now AJ Green, Curtis Kelly to the outside. Kelly, though, had a I think he might have hit the wall 1 or 3 and 4. Got into the back bumper there with Kyle Benson going into turn 1. Back here for P13. Showed up, Barkley, or Simone able to grab Wolby. Not fours. On the last right. He's falling back to 22nd. Still has some left front damage on that number 9 Napa know-how machine. Defending champ, yep.
Caution, yellow flag.
Chris Finn master it in the 38. Ooh. Looks like he might kind of cause his own demise. Got to the back of the 19. Oh, hard impact there with the number 80. Oh, and not 23, Derek Cook in the 80 or the 44. Comes in and cleans him out. I don't know if that's a race ending or not. That car does look like it's crab walking a little bit. He did take a really hard hit right to the left rear tire. You saw it kind of pop off for a second. iRacing put it back on by itself, but Griffin Master, that might be The good old too much damage, you're done. Yeah, that card's not handling well at all. 44 Derek Cook involved in that. 88 involved as well. I think he's definitely meatballed. No! Interesting! He is not meatballed. You say Castro and Lucas as well. You're running a Lucas oil scheme. Oh, the 8, that's right. So lights on the pace car should turn off this time. We should go back green flag racing with 13 laps to go here in stage number 1. It's gonna be interesting to see who chooses to take tires at this first stage. That last stage being 80 laps long. I don't know if I'd want to do it in one set. I would want to save a set somewhere. But the thing is, these guys have been getting some good green flag runs, and you don't take a set at stage break, you could possibly risk yourself going a lap down.
Green,
See, green flag gonna fly back out in the air. Reading's another great restart. It's gonna leave Alliance mates, the 11 and 23 side by side. Actually, 11 are Roberson able to clear Grosso going into turn 1. Gonna slide him in front of the 23. Here comes the 16 of Kyle Benson. Benson fell back a little bit on that last restart. Looks like he's gonna make some moves this time. Able to clear 23. He can move back into P3. Here's 12 to go, stage 1. Three of Lenny Snevels and the 43 of Barkley going at it back here. This is the battle for P8. Trying to make some moves to the front. He's up 6 spots when he started at, looking for a top 10 finish here in stage 1. He's looking to the inside of that 87 Red Bull Racing Machine of Zach Bucher. Look further back at another battle brewing. Damian Moldy in the 51, looking to the inside of the 42 of... Who was in that tonight? Oh, Mike Simone. Just behind them, you have the 40 of Joey Mays up 15 spots when he started that. And they go coming to 90 on stage 1 at the 16 of Benson, able to get around the 11 of Charles Roberson. Roberson's going to fight back to the inside going into turn 1. Right into the wall in 1 and 2. Starting to make his way through the field. Now he's up to P9 and he's around the 3. Lenny Snevels back. He's starting to fall back a little bit. He's falling back to 11th. Austin Reed led almost every lap here, and I think the only other driver to lead laps has been the 22 Tony Frey, who after almost getting spun, he hasn't quite recovered from that yet. That 22 is currently sitting back here in P12. Excuse me. Got 23-11 teammates going at it. Or at least they were. Here comes the 6 to AJ Green. AJ Hernandez must have had a really bad 3 and 4 there. AJ Green got a really good run going down the front stretch. He's actually going to be able to clear Hernandez here coming off of turn number 2. Everyone's starting to battle a really tight handling race car. A lot of guys drifting up into the wall. 5 to go here in stage 1. Austin Reedy leading the way. Oh, someone's spinning down the back stretch of 38 to Chris Van Masteren. To the inside wall he goes. That could bring out a yellow. If it does, that would be stage end. He's just trying to get it rolling without bringing out a yellow. Yeah, pop that clutch and slam the gas, Chris. Pop the clutch and slam the gas, Chris. Chris currently 1 lap down, about to go 2 laps down, trying to get that car turned around. Yeah, I'm going to Reedy. Anyways, the 2 to go in the stage. Kyle Benson's caught the number 7 Austin Reedy, looking to get around him here for the stage win. Chris Van Masteren at 38, finally able to get that car rolling straight. Benson to the inside.
The yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag is going to fly. That was not an admin thrown yellow. I almost wonder. No, it was for Justin Lee Pearson in the 24. Wow. Okay, that's a big wreck. Ooh, looks like he just got super tight off of turn number 4. Oh, we got loose. Oh, what a hit that was to the outside wall. Fortunately, Justin Barkley in the 43 involved as well. 51 of Mulvey and 22 of Frey, and the 48 of Mays. Close call by those guys. Not too much damage on the 43. Should be having someone join me in the booth here tonight. Once he joins it. Alright, I'm going to pull up Mr. Josh Henderson in 88. What's going on? Hello?
There we go. Hello.
Oh, I got to turn you down. Wow, you're loud. What's going on, man?
Being taken out by Chris Van Masteren. Other than that, not much.
I know a thing or two because I sing a thing or two about that.
Oh, especially after National Fairgrounds, mate. You two had a ding-dong scrap, didn't you?
Hey,
Literally.
Hey, all I'm saying, I was just trying to save fuel. It's not my fault he couldn't get around me, all right? No, I'm not even joking. I had enough fuel to do a cooldown lap and like one little donut, and then I ran out of fuel.
Oh, wow.
I was literally saving fuel, and he just could not get around me.
Well, maybe you should stick to racing lawnmower or fictional lawnmowers or whatever it is. No, it was good up until that point. I usually have no problems with Chris. He just lost it on his own, so I'm not too mad about it. I was already kind of screwed anyway, but good move, and should be a good rest of the race. Pretty chaotic, I think.
Yeah, and this is going to get interesting because you guys only have 3 sets of tires. I'm kind of curious who did not take tires there, as 80 laps on one set here. That's a tough task, especially with cautions flying the way they have been tonight. I would want that second set. So if I was racing tonight, I think I might have sucked it up and suffered through it and not took a set there at that stage break.
Well, from my POV from the driver's seat, I was going to go on my original plan was to go on an aggressive strategy, because obviously with me being the huge points hole I am now, I was going to need to get some stage points. So I would have tried to do right sides only. But if you're going to go take a full set, then it's not a bad play, especially at the end of the stage. So you've just got to be cautious as to how much you use up. If you're going to, play a bit of strategy and try to use, the right sides or left sides. But it is kind of an important thing to consider. I don't think the tyre wear was super bad. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be, but certainly it would change with track conditions as the race goes on.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing real quick is I think Reedy might have got a speeding penalty there because he's fallen all the way back to 17th, not trying to get his teammate Michael Everhart in the 71. So I think Reedy, someone who's been leading most of this race, got a speeding penalty there, and now he has to make his way through the field. Ooh, the two.
I might cut in and out here real quick. I'm just loading up iRacing again.
Two of Brandon Hughes around on the backstretch.
Yeah, oh, there it is. Yeah, but I was racing quite hard with Brandon down in the back of the field, and he wasn't afraid to run me very tight in those opening laps and shoving me up towards the wall a couple of times. So
Hughes?
Little strange there, but
You talking about Brandon Hughes?
yes, Brandon Hughes,
Yeah.
the 2-car, yeah.
Yeah, he likes racing hard. He burns his stuff up, dude. I've learned to race around Hughes. If he wants to race you hard, just let him by. He'll burn his stuff up in a heartbeat.
Well, that is true, yeah, because he was running me up very tight, so not super surprised. Just
Ooh, someone's
watching that
missing
replay.
a bumper. The 54 is Swervy Gurvy. He's done for the race. That
Oh.
left front is pulling a Lightning McQueen ka-chow, and that is the too much damage. You're done. Yeah, he's done for the race. That's the DVP clock expiring, and Gurvy, unfortunately, out of the race.
Yeah, that's unfortunately the way it goes at Rockingham. You make one slight error and end up getting big damage to one of the wheels or the axles or the toe links, then it's pretty much day done. So you've just got to be cautious as to how much of the wall you use up, really.
Yeah, and these cars, once you get them loose, they are not easy to save. If you don't know what you're doing, they will snap on you in a heartbeat, and you're going to be going hard right into the wall.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And that's one thing I found out multiple times in practice. You've just got to be cautious, especially through corner exit, as to how much throttle you put down. Like, for me, personally, I had to just kind of balance the throttle. I was really, really uncomfortable with this car at this track, to be honest. It was just so difficult.
Did he wreck?
What's Chris up to?
I didn't say he wrecked, but he is really slow on the apron. I know he's been battling a really badly damaged race car after that wreck he was in. He got hit really.
Oh, you know what they say, Isaac? You know what they say, Isaac? Third time's the charm, mate. So you never know. He might somehow do a Chris Van Maastricht and bounce back inside the top 10 somehow.
Oh no.
So
I'm trying to figure what happened.
You never know these days in these races.
There's Gurvy wrecking, going on pit lane. Oh, I think he just got tired of battling the car because he got hit flush in that left rear in that wreck as he got Curtis Kelly and the 45 door banging off of turn number 2. Still door banging, lean on each other going into turn 3. One of the most annoying things about these cars, you can get away with leaning on someone and people abuse the hell out of that.
Yep. Right, let's see where we're at.
Yeah, and I've been noticing as the run goes on, people are tending to kind of go up and scrape the wall a little bit more and more. It almost kind of reminds me of Darlington, with how much people are going up there and just barely tapping that wall, getting their Rockingham stripe.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that battle between Curtis Kelly and Angel Hernandez. You mentioned it with that wall. Curtis Kelly just slapping the wall pretty heavily off turns 3 and 4, and that just allows Angel Hernandez to get down to the bottom and run that tighter line. It's a trickier line to run because you get a lot looser on that exit, but he's managing to slowly make it work. He's running him tight though, and not quite getting the run he would have needed through the back straightaway and on to 3 and 4 past Curtis Kelly through there.
Curtis Kelly actually working on Hernandez's teammate, 23-year growth. So I will say this, Curtis Kelly's one of the few guys I've been seeing that can make that low line work on older tires. A lot of guys struggle making up ground, but Curtis Kelly's been really making it work. You see Grosso there going, just kind of slapping the wall a little bit in 3 and 4.
Kelly does the same, yeah. So it's just kind of a chain reaction effect. It's one of those things you note with following the car in front as Hernandez goes for the move down the bottom of Curtis Kelly. Yeah, it's kind of a bit like a
hard into the
big hit for Grosso there. Yeah, it's kind of like a bit of red mist, I think, Isaac, at least from my POV, is you kind of keep an eye on the car in front of you. Ooh, what's Hernandez doing? He just dropped way below the apron.
I think he went down and touched the apron in 3 and 4, and it got him loose. What a save that was about a 45. And a lot of people watching are looking at that. Oh, it was not a good of a save. Anytime you get these next gens any bit sideways, if you're able to keep it going straight, that's a pretty good, impressive job.
Yep. Yeah, you're spot on. I'm lucky I'm not out racing because I would be blinking bad right now. Tony Frey actually not too far behind Hernandez in that 8th spot right now. He was the fastest in practice, so a little strange to see him all the way back in 8th, but
he had a moment.
He'll be probably towards the front.
He had a moment in that first stage. He's looking to get around to Hernandez on the inside. Hernandez should have a run off a corner exit. He does. He had a moment early in that first stage. He went up and smacked the wall, bounced off of it. And the 7 Aridi was just there, nowhere for him to go. And Tony did a phenomenal job collecting the car. Like, he had that car about 30 degrees sideways, and he was able to keep it going straight.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. It's vicious hits on the wall are probably the way to go in certain parts of the track, but then you risk damage to the car, and you don't really want to
And speaking of hits to the wall, I mean, you see damage to the car, Rockingham is actually one of the few tracks I kind of prefer to get some toe damage because it tightens the car up a little bit, and it really helps you on corner exit. There's not too many tracks where I'm like, I hope I get toe damage, but Rockingham's definitely one of the tracks in the next gens, or if I hit the wall, my crew chief says you have toe damage, I'm like, okay, I'm not fixing that. Don't fix that because it's helping my car rotate on corner exit.
Yeah, that's right, because it's naturally the car gets really, really loose, especially down the bottom. Like, I mentioned it before, especially on the exit of the bottom. Like, it's hard to run just with that bump on entry, but especially on exit, you really, really struggle to get the grip on the bottom one. You can't put the throttle down as much as you can on the top.
Yeah, if I kind of want to get an idea. Oh, I gotta have that. I kind of want to see what AJ Green's doing. So AJ Green, he lost 0.06 last time by, but the 3 laps before that, he gained about a 10th and a half. So AJ Green, let's see what he does here. Lost another, basically 3 100ths. So he was catching Benson, now falling back a little bit. Kind of curious to see what AJ Green does on this long run. AJ Green, these raced him in the past. He has really good long run speed, so I'm really curious to see what he does here now that he's not mired in a bunch of traffic.
And that's one of the things you got to have at Rockingham is long run speed. You can always be good on the short run, and that may help you short term. But if you're good on the long run, you are able to make your strategy work. You can start to gain a couple of places as well and close the gap on the cars in front. And 100%, if I was deciding between short run and the long run speed, I'd want long run speed here at Rockingham especially.
Yeah, and another thing I'm noticing, Kyle Benson is the only guy I am seeing really staying to that bottom line in 1 and 2. AJ Green run all the way against the wall, and Benson's kind of running that low line with a little bit of a diamond on corner exit out of turn 2. And I think that's hurting him on corner exit. Green actually going to follow him here in 3 and 4 on that low line. And as far as tire saving goes, I don't know if the low line is better for tires. I know some tracks it is. Here at Rockingham, I think the high line's where you want to go.
Yeah, it definitely feels a lot better to run the high line because the bottom, it gets you loose and then you get tight mid-corner as well. So you're probably using up a bit more of your stuff through mid and on exit of the corner as well. So yeah, you just got to be cautious as to how much tire you use up, especially on that long run, because once you get your stuff worn out, then yeah, you're going to be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, I've been watching the lap times. I have a sector pulled up, shows me the lap time that Benson run, how much slower, faster Green's been running. Green is slowly but surely catching Benson, and now Benson's in traffic behind Solo and the 19. This is really going to allow Green to make a good run here at Benson, get a lot of ground make up, and he does.
Yeah.
AJ Green, a tenth and a half
big slider.
quicker.
That was a big slider from Charles Roberson behind him as well on what looked to be one of the lappers, I think it was. So Roberson getting his elbows out. Look at that. He's running that high line pretty nicely as well. Getting a good drive through entry. He seems to be maximizing that entry there, Isaac, to get a better run on exit.
Yeah, I like to call those lines the Kyle Larson line. When you're all the way up against the wall with no room to go, something Kyle Larson has been kind of known for lately is just really flirting with disaster every lap of some of the tracks we go to. And me personally, I used to hate highline tracks, but once I got used to it, I kind of prefer it now. I like the highline. Yeah. When we go to tracks that are highline dominant, I love them. I tend to do better there. It's just something about the adrenaline you get flirting with the wall every lap. It adds so much excitement to my race.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking back. That battle for the lead is going to be on in these next couple of laps. I think if you put Kyle Benson in a bit more traffic, that allows AJ Green to catch up. And then that puts Charles Roberson right into the picture as well. He's caught all the way up to the back of AJ Green, within a couple of tenths of him now. So these three are split by about the same gap, around about 3 to 6 tenths between them.
AJ Green, yeah, he's actually lost about 2/10 in the last 2 laps. AJ Green starting to fall back here a little bit. Whoops, wrong car.
They've used up his stuff.
Let's see what he did that time. Let's go to Kyle Benson here. Yeah, he just lost another 10th to Benson. But the one thing I did notice about that, just that small amount of lap traffic, AJ Green's able to really manage lap traffic a lot better than the 16 is. So if Benson gets into a lot of lap traffic like he's about to get into, if this stays green, AJ Green might take advantage of that. Yeah, Green just lost another half.
Yeah, I would be curious to... you're right. I would be curious to know how much of an advantage AJ Green can use up here. Only 17ths of a second splitting the 2 leaders, then 1.1 back overall to Roberson. So it's all on here in these next couple of laps.
Yeah, don't look now. Another car.
The stage ends soon too.
Another car that's been... they still got 27 laps. Another car that's been making his way towards the front. Gross has slowly but surely been catching AJ Green and Charles Roberson here. Been watching that 23 slowly kind of sneak up closer and closer to that 11th bumper.
Yeah, he is actually getting quite close, and if I was Roberson, I'd be kind of worried because we've seen it in past season. When Grosso is on form, he is actually unreal. He's very much unbeatable at some point, so he's got to be cautious.
I don't think he's going to race Roberson too hard. Those two guys have been working really well together really all season long.
Yeah, Toyota teammates are generally some of the best in Isnf. We've seen it in past where they're a small bunch of guys, but they've kept the same lineup for a couple of seasons now, and most of the time they work pretty well together.
So, speaking of Toyota, I don't know if you're listening to broadcast, but me and my buddy, we're big NASCAR fans. We both drive for a job. I work for FedEx. He works for a lumber company. So we talk a lot on the phone. And every year before football and NASCAR starts, we make bold predictions. And one of my bold predictions was, I think Bubba Wallace is going to win a race. And the main reason behind that was, I don't like Bubba. And if I don't like a driver, or if I like a driver, I tend to kind of watch him more than people I don't care about. One thing I noticed about Bubba last season, he had phenomenal runs to start a race. But then as the track changed, it was almost like his crew chief did not know how to adjust the car to the track changing. I think with his crew chief change coming from the crew chief that was doing the 19 last year in trucks, I truly feel I think Bubba's going to win a race, maybe even 2 this season. And I don't want to see that because I don't like Bubba, but I can see it happening.
I would have to agree. I think Bubba's got, honestly, pretty good talent, to be honest, from my POV. He just hasn't been able to use it quite so much. We've seen it through the lower ranks as well, especially, the amount of truck races he ended up winning in his first couple of seasons, and then going up to Xfinity, the K&N days for him as well, and just looking into the Cup Series as well. He's won at Kansas, he's won at Talladega. Obviously, that was rain shortened though. He's really, really good on super speedways. He was so close to winning the Daytona 500 those 2 years ago.
He almost won that Texas race a couple seasons ago in the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And
My biggest issue with Bubba is I don't like his attitude. He has that prime Kyle Busch attitude, but he doesn't have the wins to show for it. Like if he had 10 wins already, you know, if he had a couple multi-win seasons, yes, but he has too much of a cocky attitude for him not winning enough. And that's my biggest issue with him.
well, I would be interested to see if it is a crew chief issue, and that's the same thing, I guess, for Ty Gibbs as well.
How do you go from running top 5, top 10 in both stages and then falling back to barely making a top 15 finish? Like, it has to be a crew chief issue to where the track's changing and he's just not getting the right adjustments done to the car.
Well, you could be spot on, and that's the one thing I'm interested with these crew chief changes this season. Ty Gibbs as well. Like, I mean, for a rookie, good first season for him, and then
phenomenal.
second season was all right, made the playoffs, and still looking for that win. And that's the thing. I think as a Joe Gibbs racing driver, we're probably expecting that win to come this year. And I would hope with the crew chief change, that is where that comes for Ty Gibbs. However, does that put Denny Hamlin on the back foot? Because Chris Gale has been known as not one of the, not so much of a good crew chief in Cup. Yes, in Xfinity he's been great with Ty Gibbs, but in Cup, he hasn't really shown much.
I would
one win to Eric Jones. I mean,
I would agree with you if last weekend at Bowman, if Denny Hamlin didn't go from being one of the slowest to one of the quickest after a change that Gale made. Because at Bowman Gray, if you look back at Bowman Gray, that first practice, Denny Hamlin was slow, and then you look at that second practice, he was like one of the quickest guys. So Gale made the right adjustment on that car. So I'm almost wondering maybe Ty Gibbs' racing style did not fit Chris Gale for crew chief.
Well, it could be that, or I wouldn't.
He's caught the 6 to 8.
Charles Robertson, yeah, he really has. This is going to be on here. But just to quickly go to your point there, Isaac, you're kind of right in a way. But we did see this in the Clash last year. Ty Gibbs dominated the Clash, right? But he had moments throughout the season where he was good, but through some points he was just terrible, especially at that latter half of the season. I mean, one top 10 finish in those last playoff races, it was pretty miserable.
Well, it doesn't help Toyota had like 5 blown engines last season.
True that.
That was one of the highlights.
One of them that didn't.
That was one of the highlights of the season.
One of them that screwed
the
driver
camera
in the playoffs,
angle they had on Gibbs' car at Pocono was phenomenal. That cameraman deserved a bonus. Oh, dude, he zoomed in on the exhaust as he's going down the Long Pond straightaway, and you could just see the milky mixture coming out of the exhaust pipe. That was phenomenal camera work. This should be interesting. Come up on lap track. Floor of John Hopley.
Oh boy. Yeah, John Hopley getting a little sideways on down the back straightaway. That's going to hold Charles Roberson up.
Roberson should have went low in that corner. That cost him a lot of time staying on the high line. Well,
he was stuck behind Hopley. I think Roberson probably would have wanted to run the high line, but Hopley just didn't go to the bottom as he may have expected them to.
Oh, he's coming out of pits.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I thought he was slow.
No, not quite yet. He's cars coming up to blows tonight, so yeah, you're right. And Josh Grosso is going to be all over him now. That was almost a close call for John Hopley there, as Maines came up on his line. Grosso has to suffice down behind him.
Yeah, I think Joey pitted and took some tires. I'm not seeing any damage on that car. He's only 2 laps down. I believe he may have pitted, and I'm kind of wondering why. Because can they not make it on fuel here? I don't know what the fuel run was.
Well, that would be the question. Where did Joey last stop? That's the question. I'm going to look at those lap times real quick. See if I can find out where he might have last stopped at. You've got STK, so you'll be able to tell me.
What is he running? 48, running 26, or 426. So he last stopped 44 laps before he stopped there. So I don't know if it's fuel or what. Grosso's catching us on. Maybe he did.
I would say it's tires, to be honest. If I had to guess, Isaac, I think it's a combination of both fuel and tires, because I know a couple of drivers. Oh, Charles Roberson gets into Clarence Prince. Oh, that was close. They made contact, and Prince went down to the inside apron, and that's got given Roberson some damage. And there's a wreck behind as well.
Ooh,
Just had
Roberson
someone
is-
slap into the wall. Joey Maines and Clarence Prince, I think. Oh, Josh Grosso and Joey Maines. Oh. Well, it's all starting to kick off now, Isaac.
That's the same thing that happened to Tony right there. Same exact situation. Tony hit the wall, bounced off, came across the nose of the 7 at the time, and that's what happened with Joey there. And pretty good job keeping that car going straight.
Oh, I'm not too sure what happened with Roberson and Clarence Prince there. I'm going to have a quick look at the replay now. Roberson looks like he just dove to the bottom. Prince was kind of running his line, came down slightly in the normal racing line. I don't think Roberson was kind of expecting him to come down, and two teammates come together, really.
So this is interesting. There's a lot of guys coming out pit lane. I'm almost wondering if you can't make it on fuel, as Matt Ford and the 87 Beaker, they just came off the pit lane.
Yeah, as we were saying before, before we got interrupted by the wrecks happening, I think it's a combination of tyres and fuel, because a couple of drivers wanted to stick it out till 50 laps, 60 laps on tyres, but I wouldn't be surprised if they come in a little bit earlier than that if they've been using their stuff up.
Yeah, the 7 Austin Marini, he just came out of pit lane. Oh wow, he has some damage on that right front too.
Tell you what, Isaac, here comes Angel Hernandez. He's just gotten around Grosso, and he's all over the back of Roberson. And I feel like Roberson, with that damage now, he's not handling super good. He's lost a little bit of time. And so much so that he's dropped 6 seconds to Kyle Benson. And AJ Green's lost 4 seconds to Kyle Benson. So Benson starting to stretch his legs a little bit.
Tony Frater's under pit lane, so yeah, I'm almost wondering if you guys can't make it on fuel. And Benson is mired in a ton of traffic. Wow!
Holy crap, yeah.
Benson is in a ton of lap traffic right now. Comes to 3 to go to stage.
Well, perks of not running a broadcast, Isaac, because I can listen to the radio, and I can tell you, Kyle Benson's not happy with this lap traffic.
Yeah, there was like 5 cars around him there. So if he does not pit here, this could really change up the race, as a lot of guys are going to be a lap down to start the second stage. Nope, Kyle Benson's going to stay out.
A lot of guys will be trapped a lap down. Curtis Kelly could be one of those, and that's a big name. Justin Barkley as well, the reigning champion. Those will be a couple of the big names that could be trapped a lap down here.
Yeah, and if they didn't take... Ooh, Matt Ford's getting loose. If they didn't take tires when they pitted there, they're going to have the question, do they want to stay out and order tires? Or come down pit lane and not get your lap back?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
AJ Green
pit or do you stay out?
Pitted.
He must have pitted, yeah. I'll double check that for you. That seems unusual to drop down there.
Oh, there's some guy 2 laps.
Yes, he did pit.
Kyle Benson
So currently, Steven Sear, the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, and here's what's going to suck for these guys. They have to wait for Sear to cross the start-finish line. Benson just crossed for lap 120. They have to wait till the last car in the top 10 on the lead lap, that's how it works, cross the start-finish line. And that's Steven Sear just now coming out of turn 3 and 4, so if you're close on fuel... Oh, the 2 of Hughes around! Oh my gosh!
The yellow flag is out.
Wow!
Yep, he is also not happy on the radio. That's another one.
Just demolished, pulled a Kyle Larson at Homestead, just killed the barrels. Oh my gosh! That was a hit.
I have to go back on your broadcast and look at it, because it didn't come up on my my iRacing here. So
So he got hit in the left rear by the 15, yep, and then to the barrels he went, and wow, what a hit that was for the 2.
Yeah,
When I'm
well,
broadcasting
come
these
down
races,
pit road now.
every time there's at least one moment in a race where you think, thank God this is a simulator, and that was definitely a thank God this is a simulator moment, because I gotta see how fast is he going when he hit them barrels.
Oh,
He
that
had,
was a wicked leg.
he had actually just came out of pit lane too. Okay, hold on. I gotta hide this real quick. How fast is he going? He was still going almost 100 miles an hour and then dropped to 16 miles an hour in reverse. That's how hard he hit the barrels. A lot of guys can get the wave around here, get back on the lead lap, or just go one lap down. And this might pay off for some of these guys who are staying out here that didn't take tires. Maybe they get a long enough run to where they can put 4 fresh tires on and really have an advantage over the leaders who probably would not risk taking their last set with, I would say, less than 50 to go or more than 50 to go. Like, let's say we can go about 20 laps here. I do not see the leaders trying to come down pit lane taking their last set of tires with 60 some odd laps to go. I think we can't hear you. What? I don't know why. Give me a second. Can you hear me now? Alrighty,
Green, green,
Pacer.
green.
Pull off, and John Hobley, what is he doing? Anyway, the green flag back out in the air. Kyle Benson running first. Steven Sear able to stretch that field. He's running P2. 30-80 Chris Van Masher. Slow on track. Looks like he finally got a damage fix on that car. As I think I lost my broadcast colleague. I don't know where he went. Kyle Benson leading the way. Stevens here running P2, but not for long. Nope, never mind. AJ Green a lap down. Trying to get his lap back the hard way. Currently in that lucky dog spot. If we do see a caution, there's actually a lot of drivers still a lap down. Andrew Hernandez, who is also a lap down. So Steven Steer able to stretch the gas, running P2. Currently only have 5 cars on the lead half, and Michael Everhart running third. Oh, who was that behind Everhart that just got loose? That was Chris Van Masher in 38, I believe. Can you all hear me now? Hello, mic check. Oh, Steven Sear hard into the wall! On the side he goes! Oh, almost gets collected by the 19 of Shane Griffin. What in the hell happened? Give me a second, I get my desktop audio back on. Did he get a bump? Oh. Oh! AJ Green gonna be your lucky dog. Is he meatballed? No, surprisingly, he is not. He has to go quick if you don't want to go lap down. Alright, where'd you go?
Alright, we're back.
You just missed Steven Sear just do his best Tony Hawk wall grind impression.
Ah. That's my internet had to turn off at that exact moment.
Yeah, him and Curtis Kelly was just kind of racing him tight, being a lap down car. Got into him, he hit the wall and literally just grinded the whole wall almost through half of 1 and 2. Somehow did not flip over, but fortunately he's in pit lane getting damage fixed. It doesn't show he has a meatball, but he's been sitting there for a bit. Only 4 cars on the lead lap. Wow.
Well, and pretty drama filled so far tonight.
Yeah,
No
they've
doubt
been
about that
keeping it
one.
pretty green though. We're only under our 6th caution.
Which is surprising for Rockingham of all places.
Yeah.
Just wait till we go to Martinsville, mate. It's known in New Zealand as Satansville for a reason.
Oh, don't talk about Martinsville. Oh, here we go. Austin Reedy back up to P2. Looks like he got the damage fixed on that car. These guys are battling out early on in the race. As some of these lead lap cars are trying to get back to where they're supposed to be at. Michael Everhart able to save fuel. He's sitting 3rd. AJ Green just got the lucky dog. We're just down to 4 on the lead lap here. Oh, wow. Kind of insane. Only 4 guys on the lead lap.
That's wild.
Pace car gonna pull down pit lane. Austin Reedy, Kyle Bessie, at least back to green. Yeah, I guarantee you, AJ Green, who's mired back here in traffic, he's probably hoping for a quick yellow here to get back up with the leader, because he got the lucky dogs. Now he's back at the tail end of the longest line.
Yeah, I'm just looking at I'm looking at this now. Holy moly!
Oh, Mulvey hits off of Barkley through the grass and goes. Whee!
Joey Maines loses the rear end at the back as well.
Oh, Damian Mulvey, what a job that was saving that car.
Rhea's just commented on that over the radio. Scared the bleep out of her, I will say that.
Yeah, he was pretty sideways.
Yeah. Oh god, I love to see it. You love to see that saves like that. Joey Maines did lose a rear end back there. Not too sure what happened there. But I'm guessing he was kind of red mist with all the drama in front of him, and he just kind of lost the rear end.
Yeah, and this is an interesting battle back here for 4th or 5th. These guys are a lap down, battling for the lucky dog. Hernandez, Grosso, and Kelly all back here, only 1 lap down.
Well, yeah, that's right, and they've got Austin Reedy in front of them, but they're really going to have to. There it is, yellow, yellow, yellow.
Angel Hernandez can be lucky.
So that's going to give the lucky dog to Angel Hernandez.
What's the yellow for?
But what caused the yellow flag is what I want to know.
I don't know.
Was it Mike?
Oh, it was the 4 Hopley into the 51 of Mulvey. What a hit that was for both into the outside wall. 4 John Hopley, I think he's got loose. On the highline.
Well, that's again typical my internet not allowing me to see that. But I'm going to trust you with it. It was a pretty hard hit there, Isaac. It looks like it from the damage on the front of John Hopley's car.
Yeah, Hopley got in the wall pretty good. So did Mulvey.
So, as far as I can see it, we've got 3 cars who've just gotten a wave around, which is Hernandez, Grosso, and Kelly. They
Actually,
seem to
a
be on the
lot
lead
of
lap
guys are
now.
gonna wave around as the top 2 have came down pit lane. Can put
Yeah.
actual Michael Everhart into the lead. So Thorns, Barkley, Frey, Roberson, Kelly, and Caruso will all get a wave around here once we get 1 to go. As I think Reedy and Benson came down pit lane to get some gas.
Well, Reedy is now going to be stuck behind Chris Van Maastricht.
Chris,
towards
he'll
the
go,
rear end of the field. He's
he'll,
a lap down, so he'll slot in front.
yeah, Reedy will blend into to the outside of Michael Everhart on his restart.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some drivers probably like, Michael, why can't you just pit? Dang it. I want to get back on the lead lap. But this is going to allow
Yeah, probably one of you.
quite a few guys to get back on the lead lap. With that caution come out, we only had 4. We're going to have 11 here in this restart.
I'll tell you who this brings right back into the picture here, Isaac. Justin Barkley. Now, he wasn't too spectacular in practice. He was around 13th in practice, and I think he was around mid-pack as well in qualifying. Hasn't really been that spectacular to talk about all the way through tonight, and he's now back up into inside the top 10. So he could be really playing the long run game here and trying to get a good run in these last couple of laps, and these next 60 laps to bring himself into victory lane tonight.
I'll tell you what that caution really did. That caution really let Green catch up to these leaders. He had to restart at the rear of the field due to being a lucky dog in. Remember, starting P4 here. He had the speed early on. Question is, can he save fuel? We know Benson can. We know Reedy can. They did it earlier. Okay, they're going down on pit lane. Michael Everhart's going to have to control as...
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back out in the air. Reedy might have gotten a black flag there.
Oh, I don't know. He got a pretty big shove from the 6 of AJ Green behind him. On that outside.
I'm not seeing one. So he might have got away with
that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem like he's got a black flag, so it seems all is well. And that was a big shove from AJ Green, so that's probably why he got such a good restart.
I just thought it was because his nose was in front of the 71s when they entered the restart zone. So Reedy definitely got away with one there.
Yeah, lucky, but to be fair, you can't really do much about the antics of drivers behind. Oh, something's happened with Curtis Kelly. He seems to be unhappy over the radio.
I heard him.
Oh, he's made contact with Damien Mulvey.
Ooh. And Damien Mulvey came up the track and got into the left rear, spun him and Curtis Kelly to the inside.
Yeah.
Surprised that wasn't a caution as Mulvey was damn near backwards on track with traffic coming at him.
Yeah, it's not the first incident Damien Mulvey's been involved in tonight.
Austin Reedy though now has Curtis Kelly breathing down his neck, and just behind them you got the 16 and Kyle Benson. Really the 3 fastest cars all night long. AJ Green looking to the inside of Austin Reedy. The twins, as someone said in YouTube chat, I guess they look a lot alike. AJ Green, solid 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, that was a nice pass there on Austin Reedy. He made that work. He got the right line for it, and he's going to start to stretch his legs out front right now. Clear area, it's going to help the car drive a little bit better as well.
Yeah, but you got to wonder how much fuel he's burning up. We knew it was close with 60 laps. They restarted this race with 62 to go. So if I'm Reedy and I'm trying to save fuel, I'm saying, hey, you go out there, you burn through your fuel. I'm going to sit back here. I'm going to save a little bit.
Then again, if a caution flies and the field bunches back up and you have to end up pitting again for fuel, you're going to be joining him in the pits anyway. So you've got to try and play the strategy right in terms of a long run strategy and a bit of a short run strategy to the finish as well.
I think it's just risk versus reward.
Well, you're absolutely right, and you've also got to make sure you don't burn up your tyres as well too fast, because what AJ Green might be doing right now is just trying to pull a bit of a gap, burn up his tyres as much as he can for this short run, and then kind of save towards the tail end of this race. lap traffic that I think we talk about it in speedway racing quite a bit, and that is speedway racing as in dirt racing. Lap traffic is generally the game changer. Once you get into the lap traffic, it can pull the cars behind a lot closer in, and you could end up losing the lead if you get stuck behind certain lap cars.
Yeah, speaking of lap traffic, this is the battle to keep an eye on. Joey Maines, Derek Cook going at it. This is the lucky dog position if we see a yellow between these two.
Yeah, you're right. Joey Maines currently holds that position. I'd say not too far behind him, Mike Iskandar. With a little bit of time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Iskandar starting to close that gap a little bit.
I think Iskandar has too much damage on the front of that car.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah,
sprinkled in pretty good. He's losing a lot of straight line speed.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that now. That's probably not going to be the most amazing feeling in the car. As it looks like Derek Cook's just been passed by the two 2311 cars of Hernandez and Grosso. They seem to be working together quite nicely, running that top side.
Yeah, it's Kyle Benson. He was able to work his way around the 7 of Austin Reedy, and I truly believe these two guys are saving some fuel as AJ Green's done checked out.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, the gap last time 1.2 seconds, so he's really kicked out over Kyle Benson, and Austin Reedy has dropped to third. He's 1.3 seconds back. So yeah, just starting to pull a gap, and probably using up as much of his stuff as he can right now to pull this gap, and then once he kind of feels like it's the right time to back off, then he'll probably be able to do that and coast, really a little bit of lift and coast to the finish.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to saving fuel, one guy to really keep an eye on is Andrew Hernandez. He can be really fast while saving fuel as well.
Well, yeah, you're right, and we've seen it before. He's a Cup Series champion in the Isnf series, so he knows what he's doing. He's got multiple race wins to his name. He's got probably one of the best ratings in the Cup Series as well. So
he knows what
champion. He's doing for sure. Pardon?
He's only 2-time champion.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is a guy that's so young and got a lot of talent behind him. No doubt, fun to watch out for in the latter stages of every race. Tends to kind of go under the radar in the first couple of laps of every race. We've kind of noticed that over the past couple of, maybe past 10 or so races. It may be a bit of a strategy from him now, Isaac. But he's kind of been a little bit under the radar in those first couple of laps, and then as that race goes on, the race duration goes on, he tends to be fighting his way towards the front of the field.
Close call between Barkley and Iskandar there on turn 4.
Well, Justin Buckley does have his teammate for company, reserve driver this week, the 42 of Mike Simone. He's being hounded by Matty Fawns. The 87 car there as well, Zach Bucher.
Yeah, those 5 right there, Frey, Simone, Barkley, Forns, Bucher, they're no strangers. They all run together in a different league and cup. So those guys are no strangers at all. Derek Cook had a moment slow on the back stretch. We're in turn 3. Just got loose off the 2.
I'm just looking at these 3 Toyotas currently in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Hernandez, Grosso, and Roberson. Those 3 have showed pretty good pace tonight. They've always been there or thereabouts within front pack over these last couple of laps, but whether they're going to be able to work together to get enough speed to catch up to AJ Green, Kyle Benson, and Austin Reedy, I don't know. Hernandez is 3.8 seconds back, so a bit of a gap to catch up to.
Yeah, and speaking of AJ Green, that gap between him and Benson has closed now under a second to about 7/10. Kyle Benson slowly starting to catch that number 6 machine of AJ Green.
It won't be long, I think, before Green and Benson are scrapping it out. Because we have seen Kyle Benson take out a race, win this season already at iRacing Super Speedway. So, not super much of a surprise. Alright.
What a finish that was. That was one hell.
I know. Wish I could have been in that race. Fortunately, decided my plans had changed with the ARL racing deciding to rain out and move to the next day, so I had to miss that one. Looked like a pretty good race from what I could see.
Not as good as Monza was. Monza was pretty good. we had someone doing their best pole imitation in the 43 last week. That was pretty funny.
Well, yeah, Monza's a bit of a unusual track to race on for sure, at least for NASCAR as it is anyway. And we've got a bit of a super speedway fill this season. Just looking at the schedule, Isaac Daytona, then iRacing, then Monza, then we go to Atlanta next up, and then it will be Talladega later on in April.
Is Atlanta the next race?
Yep, we've got a off week next week, and then the week after that it's Atlanta. So.
Oh Lord. That's right, because Atlanta's where we pick up with the iRacing schedule or the NASCAR schedule.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Homestead. That will be a good race. Just being able to run that next gen currently at Homestead with the way it's running is pretty nice. Vegas will be a good one. Phoenix should be hopefully a good race as well. Coda, I'm not too sure about. That will be interesting to see how that goes with the new circuit.
Yeah, I don't like Coda. They're stupid track limits.
Yeah.
The worst track limits in all iRacing. They give stock cars the F1 track limits. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's kind of a bit silly, but that's why there's unlimited incident count, I guess.
No, road courses are not unlimited. There is a limit.
Oh, they're not?
Nope, because there's always ways people can cheese the system or just get a 1X and get a time gain from it. Just like I would not be surprised if next season there is an update to the Daytona road course to where you can get an off-track or time penalty for going too wide into turn 1, because the professional esports teams are taking advantage of that, and a lot of people are like, how is that fair that they get a time advantage, a time gain from that, but yet you barely touch the grass in the bus stop, lose time, and you still have a slowdown penalty. So would not be surprised to see track limit change at Daytona Road Course next season.
Well, I'd say if they're going to make a track limit change at Daytona Road Course, it's probably going to be a track limit change all throughout. Would need to be probably need to be a bit of a widespread change, especially with those road courses. And you did say the way they run the incident limit. That means I'm probably going to be cooked for that race as well. I'm not the best road course racer, so. Fairman's going to come down pit road.
Who?
Larry Fairman, 3 laps down, so not too sure. This is a bit of a play to try and get everyone to start coming down pit road.
Yeah.
Or if this is just some damage.
Kind of curious, if they're not good on fuel, when do you pit? Tony Frey actually in the pit lane this time. He was on the lead lap. 9 of Matt Florence coming in. He was a lap down. No, he was on the lead lap as well. So guys starting to come down pit road and take that last set of tires. You gotta wonder if people like Benson, Green, and even Reedy, who's falling back quite a bit here. Gotta wonder if they're able to save enough fuel.
Well, it's the saving part, but also, can you actually gain that time back? Like, how much fuel are you actually going to be missing by this point of the race? I mean, lap 170, 30 laps to go. You know, you've got to gain that time back if you want to compete for the win. 2.6 seconds for Reedy. And, so I would be asking, how much fuel has he actually got to save? How much, has he used up his stuff? Has he running out of grip? What's kind of the story here that's holding him back? Because we've seen him contend up front. There's no doubt about his pace, but how much do you actually have to save when you're in that position right now?
If they're saving fuel, you've done major bad. You're hoping it stays green. I mean, But yet again, with everybody pitting right now, is we got a battle for the lead going. Is Kyle Benson looking to the inside of Austin Green, almost leaning on each other, rolling through 1 and 2. Benson gonna get a
Benson
little
up
bit
the
of
inside.
run.
Oh, look at that. Drag race down the back straightaway, and Benson using that bottom line. You can have that drive on entry, got the position done. So good pass there from Kyle Benson, but AJ Green's going to have the drive on exit. Pushes back to the inside.
AJ Green looking for the crossover now on the inside of 1 and 2. We haven't seen a lot of people being able to pull that off as AJ Green actually kind of falling behind Kyle Benson.
Yeah. Tony Frey's now in the picture there, a little bit 2 laps down. So he may
he's on some 4 fresh.
a little bit.
He's on some 4 fresh tires. Yeah. He's in go mode.
Yeah, well, that's gonna hold up a little gap. Gonna just, yeah, you can just see AJ Green was not really able to kind of gain that time on exit and make that pass. He got a little sideways on the exit of turns 1 and 2 as well. A little bit of that traffic coming up as well. So things starting to get interesting now, Isaac. I'd have to say, if we get this race run to the checkered flag green, then we're probably looking at a Kyle
Benson.
As I
you
say
had
that.
to say something. Caution is out. Is the 54 or the 51 and the 34? Ooh,
Oh dear. One was upside down. Damian Mulvey was upside down.
Larry Fairman on 4 fresh tires just gets loose off
Whoa.
of 2. Down the back stretch, comes up. Oh, and Mulvey just nowhere to go. Does a kickflip. Oh, and then he's annihilated by the 12 of Rhea Ferris. Damian Mulvey upside down. And I can tell by the way that left rear tire looks, that is a race ender for the 51.
Oh, that was just a vicious lick. I'm just looking back at the replay now. Yeah, and the 12, Christian Delgado just nailed the 34
Christian.
car of Larry Fairman. Yeah, Delgado's and Rhea's in the 21 tonight. Christian currently in the 17th spot. Started in 18th, but really not made any gains so far tonight. Really the most impressive one for me tonight so far been Mike Everett. In the 32nd grid spot to start with, all the way up to 8th.
So leaders come down pit lane. It can give a lot of people a lap back, maybe one of their multiple laps back.
Yep, Steven Sear, Mike Everhart, and John Hopley coming in, as well as Rhea Ferris. Just looking through who else is coming in. The 42 of Mike Simone, Kyle Benson, AJ Green, Josh Grosso, Charles Roberson, and Angel Hernandez also come in. Reedy. Now, this is a bit of a gamble. How many tires do you take? How much fuel do you take?
I will say
Okay,
this.
Benson's out, so he's going to run the race off pit road.
Real quick, there was a lot of lap cars that came down pit lane there. I'm kind of surprised he pit lane that busy. I thought for sure more people would stay out.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Only how many cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars stayed out. Those cars were Iskander, Frey, Van Maastricht, the 87 of Yuka, and the 9 of Matty Fawns. Those are the only cars that stayed out there. Now, Matty Fawns, I'm not super surprised because he tends to do a bit of an aggressive strategy as he goes around for a wave around. He's going to get the lucky dog, I believe. Not too sure, because I know Zach Bucher and Tony Frey are also unlapped, as is Joey Maines.
Joey got the lucky dog.
Joey got lucky dog. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, Larry Fearman has parked it up. He's out. Not super surprised after that vicious lick there. Yeah, well, for John Hopley, so not too sure what that's about.
He does have quite a bit of right damage, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, it is going to be Benson and Green off the front, and I'd say now we've got this caution, it's going to be a complete run, full throttle, flat to the floor, to the line.
23
the end of this one.
I don't think it's time to go all out right now.
You don't think so?
Green, green,
No,
green.
with the tire wear here. Oh, the 7
Oh.
Brady. I don't know if he missed a shift or
He just
what.
didn't go.
But no, it's just too many laps. Let's go. Oh, Robertson.
Oh.
Saving it though.
That was a lucky save for Robertson.
Green P2. Green trying to get that low line to work. Get
Oh.
Kyle Benson. Contact with
Robertson.
AJ and Benson. AJ into the third wall. Although he hit that very flush. I'm not seeing any damage on the 6. That was a very flush hit to the inside of the wall. I think he might have got away with one there.
That does promote the 223.11 cars up to second and third, so Grosso Hernandez could be working together here to try and get past Benson.
Oh, AJ Lewis almost took up the 7 Reedy.
Do you reckon, Isaac? Do you think
Oh,
these
AJ
223.11
Lewis
teammates
again,
will have
it's
some
like
sort of
these
strategy
slow
to
Yellow
play
flag.
here? Oh, never mind. As I say, that Grosso was looking up the inside, but we do have a yellow, so not too sure what that's about.
AJ Green got loose on a 4. He might
dear.
have some damage. He did hit the inside wall, but I'm not seeing a lot of damage on the car. Maybe there is some toe damage we just can't see.
Yeah, he just got, as you said, he got loose off turn 4, slid into the grass. I don't think he got any damage there, though. I did that exact same thing in practice, and I didn't get any damage, so I think he'll be alright.
So this is going to give the 9 of Thorns a lap back.
Yep. Well, I would be interested to see how this goes with the two 2311 cars going to be in different places on this restart. They're not going to be able to help each other unless one of them doesn't want to, push the 16 of Benson. There's a bit of a strategy play there. Maybe that's something they would try. I don't know. We're kind of speculating here, but we'll have to kind of wait and see as to what the plan is, because when two teammates are up together for the win here, Isaac, I think it's pretty clear as to how they're going to play it.
I think with AJ and Grosso, or AJ, Hernandez and Grosso, I think they're going to work together, but the last couple laps, I think gloves will be off. I don't see them.
Oh, yeah, we'll be all out.
I don't see them racing each other super hard here with this many laps left.
Yeah. But they're going to have to work together to try and get around Benson. If they can shuffle Benson back to third, then they've got the front open for them, and they can kind of dice it out between them. But they've also got to be careful. They don't dice it out too much and end up bringing Benson back into the party. So it's just a bit of a strategy game, and with your pit stops, your fuel, your tire wear, plus how you play it with the car surrounding you.
I will say this. I have been very surprised the leader has not chose the Highline a lot tonight, when the Highline has shown to be really the more predominant line in 1 and 2.
Well, for me personally, I was hoping in qualifying that I could get a grid spot on the Highline, because just for me, the bottom just didn't really click. It was really tough to work past other cars and that kind of sort of clean-ish sort of line. It's just kind of a tricky line to run, so definitely better off to run the Highline. And it'll be interesting to see if Grosso can get a good advantage off it. It'll be Benson, Grosso, then Hernandez, and Reedy. Then Barkley, who's joined the party, as well as Robertson. And Tony Frey not too far back as Mike Everhart. Could be anyone's game here in these last couple of laps.
Green.
Ooh,
Good stuff from Benson. Grosso spun the
23.
tires a little bit.
That did not go.
Yeah.
I've been on a 22 with Tony Frey. He was quick earlier, was up there leading the race earlier. 19 to the inside wall. That is Thomas Pierce able to keep it going. Ooh, that was close. Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
think
keep
he's
it
got
on
a
Frey.
tap from Thomas Pierce.
I just don't think there's enough laps. Maybe if he can get something to work. Ooh, the battle for the lead is heating up as Austin Reed looking to the inside of Kyle Benson. Here's Angel Hernandez going to put it to the inside. 3 wide. Nope, 2 wide. Reed's a little bit further
Yep,
ahead,
Hernandez has gotten Benson, so Benson's now starting to fall back. This is what he didn't need. Here comes Grosso.
Now they're 3 wide.
Oh, for a split second. Roberson and Barkley ready to pounce there as well.
Ooh, Grosso a little loose. Top Benson's starting to fall back a little bit. Almost gets spun off of Barkley. Here comes the 22, Tony Frey. 13 to go.
Tony Frey down to the bottom.
13 to go. Austin Reedy, your current leader. Bunch of Toyotas.
Yeah,
in the
AJ Green
top
is
three,
coming
top
up there
five.
as well. Roberson, he's going to start to challenge Roberson. He's all over the back of the 11 cars. They go down into turns 1 and 2 right now with 11 to go. Things are going to
12.
start to heat up slightly. 12 to go, you're right. Speedway racing, you don't count the last lap as a lap. Technically, hard to explain, but the last lap is the lap. So,
And how about Joey
AJ Green up the
Mays?
inside.
Up 23 spots from where he started at.
I know. Very impressive drive from Joey Mays. Plus, involved in a couple of incidents, a couple of spins.
I don't think he was.
This is why you never give up. He did. I know I did see him spin down to the apron at some point. Don't know how many places that would have lost him, but he definitely did spin down to the apron.
Oh, Hernandez on pit lane.
Oh. He's just going straight through. He's well and truly speeding.
Did he get loose? Oh, he got help. No, he just got loose.
Yeah, he got loose. And he's no doubt going to get a speeding penalty for that as well. So that's that done.
Wonder if they're going to clear that.
I would doubt it. He got loose and sent himself into the pit lane. That's really kind of sort of racing incident, I'd say. I doubt they clear that. Oh, they were talking about getting their black flag cleared, so I don't know. He has dropped all the way to 12,
Cleared.
so potentially.
It was cleared.
Yeah. About 7/10 of a second between Reedy and Grosso for the lead of this race, with only a handful of laps left.
And he got Green and Roberson going at it for third.
Yeah, Green is still all over the back of Roberson as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Going to try and run the bottom. Roberson going to run the top. See if Roberson gets the better drive off corner exit. Green, can he make anything work? Alright, Roberson still running that top side. Green's able to capitalize on corner entry, and here he goes. He's now alongside Roberson down the straight. This is where he can able to capitalize down into turns 1 and 2.
Chris Van Masters wrecked on the back stretch.
How's he done that then?
He's able to keep it going, no caution.
Gap extending at the front of this field, 0.8 of a second between Reedy and Grosso. 6 laps to go now, or 5 laps to go now as he crosses the stripe. 0.9 of a second now. And Reedy is starting to pull out a huge gap.
Yeah, I think the last thing Reedy wants to do is a caution right now.
Yeah. Ooh, he's going to have to wait until that white flag. Just keep it nice and smooth.
Looks like Roberson finally able to get the advantage over AJ Green. Reedy out to
Grosso now second back, so I think this is really all Austin Reedy at the front of this field right now.
Yeah, 3 to go. He needs to complete these 2 laps, get that white flag so a caution does not come out.
Roberson up to third, as you said, 2.3 seconds back. Reedy's actually lost a little bit to Grosso that time. Not by much, but a little bit.
Yeah, another battle.
2 to go here for Austin Reedy.
Another battle starting to heat up. It's a 43 and a 48 going at it for 5th.
Yeah, that would be a good scrap, but I'm just looking at that gap. It's come down by 2/10 of a second. That lap, Isaac was 9/10 of a second going into 3 laps to go. Now 2 laps to go, 7/10 of a second between the front two. Grosso was closing.
Yeah, but final lap, I just don't think Grosso can gain a half a second here.
No, I doubt it. He's gaining 2/10 of a second per lap. You can see him really pushing it as he runs all the way up to the top through 1 and 2, down the back stretch, closing in again. I don't think he's going to have anything for him.
Yeah, no, Austin Reedy going to win the race here tonight. Battle's on for podium as AJ Green looking to the inside of Charles Roberson. Charles Roberson can get 3rd as AJ Green going to fall to 4th. Austin Reedy, though, coming out here in a sub position, I do believe.
Yep.
Winning the race. Not second week in a row, but second race this year, sub has won a race.
Yep. Good racing there from those guys. Just Reedy.
Okay,
Really pulled
that
away
was impressive. That was absolutely impressive what he just did there for the burnout. Wow. Reedy might get the Burnout of the Year award. That was really impressive. Holy cow. I gotta go back and watch it. That was super impressive. He just came out of turn 4, kicked it sideways, and went through the grass, and just barely missed the inside wall. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great driving from Austin Reedy, especially on that burnout. Impressive stuff as he's going to park it in the victory half circle there and bring it back to pits with the escape key. But I think there was a pretty impressive drive there from all things concerned, Isaac.
Yeah.
Good scraps all throughout. A lot of interesting wrecks here and there, but overall pretty good racing. A lot of hard racing as well with such a tricky track.
Yeah, really not too many cautions. I think we get to under 10.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Just gonna hopefully get Austin Reedy into the winner's circle. We've got Grosso and Roberson in there, so I'll let you bring them up some stage and a yakka to them.
Yeah, we'll kick it off with our 3rd place finisher, Josh Grosso. Solid race for you here tonight, man. Coming across P3. Good battle with AJ Green in those closing laps of the race. Reedy and wait, no, you're the never mind, hold on, Grosso. Wrong person. You're the 2nd place finisher. wrong Toyota, damn it. But anyways, it looked like you were closing there in those final laps. Do you think that was just tire wear? Maybe Reedy was just kind of chilling out, knowing how big of a gap he had on those last 5 laps.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he was just trying to take it home because he had a decent gap there at the end. I think that's why I was catching him a little bit.
Yeah, you were hauling the mail. I kind of checked you out like, okay, this is Reedy's race, and then Henderson said you were catching him at 2/10 a lap. I was like, he might get him, but if it was tire wear, I think he fell about a lap or 2 short on getting the win here tonight. But still saw a P2 finish and some good stage points here tonight.
Yeah, not bad. I'll definitely take the stage points in the 2nd place.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the P2. Let's get your shout-outs in. And sorry I mixed you up with the wrong Toyota.
I'm gonna shout out Angel because he accidentally spun down pit road.
he just kept it floored, too. He went right through pit lane.
Thanks for the broadcast, guy.
All right. Later, Grosso. All right, now let's get our P3 finish green here. The right Toyota, Charles Roberson. You were the one that had that really solid battle with AJ Green in the closing laps. And man, you have had a Tristan Bailey style season. Ton of podiums, 2 wins on the air. I think this is your 4th overall podium.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I've had a decent start. Probably shoulda, woulda at Mazda and the iRacing Speedway and stuff like that. But I'm glad to get 2 wins and start off the season pretty good.
Wait, hold on a second. Have there been a race you haven't finished podium?
Last week I finished 9th last week.
Oh, that's right. Teammate on teammate.
Yeah, I
grind.
led him to the white flag, and then I got hooked up. My teammate gave me a bad. Well, I kind of went high, so it was my fault last week. But still, yeah, I've had a decent start to the season so far.
Well, man, congrats on another P3. You and AJ definitely put on a show in those closing laps. The high line was just too dominant, especially on 20 lap old tires. It was just hard for AJ to get around you. So congrats on that. Let you get your shout outs in, and good luck next week at good old Atlanta.
Thank you, man. This thank my teammates and Rhea for putting on the race. That was fun.
All right, man. Congrats. All right, next we bring in our race winner, Austin Reedy. Really dominant race long, all race long. Believe you probably led the most laps. I think there was a point you went a lap or two down in that second stage, if I'm not mistaken. Got damaged at some point. Not sure what happened there, but you gather it all up. You come across, you get the win here tonight at Rockingham, and probably the most impressive burnout I have broadcasted for. As that was really impressive. You were able to keep it off the inside wall.
Yeah, we I think it was the first stage when we sped, so we had to go to the back, and then we just got collected in something dumb on the back stretch, but we just fixed the damage, and car was fine. We just had to get back up there. But yeah, I was hoping I was gonna flip it or destroy the inside wall. When I did it, I tried to do my best Chase Elliott impression. Got it pretty close, I think.
Yeah, you did a pretty damn good Chase Elliott impression. You were millimeters away from the inside wall. I was like, that might be the burnout of the year, because that was impressive as hell.
Yeah, we had a pretty good car, and it's a shame Kyle accidentally took tires there. He was going to be a front runner to win that thing too, but we had a pretty good race subbing in for somebody here today, so I'm happy with it.
All right, man. Congrats on the win here tonight. Let's get your shout outs in, and if we see you next week at Atlanta, good luck at Atlanta.
All right, I'll see you guys.
2 weeks at Atlanta.
2 weeks, yep. I'll see you guys then.
All right, we'll go over our finishing results real quick. Pull that up. Go back. Nope, go back. There we go. So Austin Reedy getting a win, definitely leading the most laps here tonight. Josh Gross, a solid P2 for him. Charles Robinson round out your podium finishers. AJ Green in his comeback race, he'll get a top 5. Justin Barkley in P5. Joey Maines, very quiet P6. I wonder if he got a 0x. I didn't see him in any wrecks. He might have gotten loose a couple times, but never saw him spin. Tony Frey will get P7. Zach Bucher, Matty Florence, Kyle Benson round out your top 10. Michael Everhart, solid run for him, just missing the top 10 finishing 11th. Andrew Hernandez doing his best old school pit lane, flying through pit lane, coming across P12. Mike Iskandar, 13th. Mike Simone's 14th. Rhea Fierce round out your top 15. Derek Cook, Christian Delgado, Clarence Prince, 16th, 17th, and 18th. Going on the 19th, you got John Hopley, Steven Seary, round out your top 20. Thomas Pierce, Chris Van Mastert, 22nd. Larry Freeman, 23rd. Curtis Kelly, solid run for him, but he's going to fall short. Got involved in a wreck, finished 24th. Damian Mulvey does his best Tony Hawk impression. He's going to do a kickflip and finish 25th. Danny Solo, 26th. Andy Garner, 27th. Brandon Hughes, absolutely demolishing the barrels, is going to finish 28th. Lenny Schnebels, 29th. Michael Swerve-Gibby, 30th. Sean McDonald, 31st. Justin Lee Pearson, 32nd. Josh Henderson, 33rd. Shane Posey and Chris Otto round out your field here tonight at Rockingham. Reminder, these guys are off next week for the Daytona 500. I would say go Kyle Larson, but he has about the luck of... he had bad luck. Horrible luck at super speedways. So I'm kind of rooting for maybe an underdog to win here. And, of course, no one wants to see the refs. I mean, the Chiefs win tomorrow night, so go Eagles. Y'all stay safe. You like that one?
Yeah. I watch NFL, mate. Too political these days.
Y'all stay safe. Have a safe couple of weeks. We'll see you back here at Hotlanta in a couple weeks. It's super speedway racing, but tires still matter there. So it's going to be interesting to see what tire strategy looks like. And the racing should be good.